So hello everyone. Once again, we are here to learn about something new, and today's our topic is interactive simulations on PHET. So let's understand what exactly is PHET and how we can use simulations on PHET. So let's see what Google says about PHET. We need to just type PHET in Google search, and the first site which comes up is PHET, which is a free site for getting simulations on physics, chemistry, bio, and maths. Also, the simulations are available. You can see this is the site. It says interactive simulation for science and maths. You can see there are multiple options of different subjects. So we will try and explore physics. And when I'm clicking on physics, you can see on the left side, all the site simulations will be available. It's very difficult nowadays to have the experiment, the physical experiment. And even if you're doing physical experiment, sometimes it becomes very difficult for us to try out all the different options. So with this site, we actually get all the options available related to the concept. I'll be taking you through one of the concept which I have actually tried in my classroom also. On the left side, there is a subject option, and you can see there are different subjects: physics, chemistry, bio, and maths. The subjects are available, the different simulations are available. One interesting fact about this site is it's free. You don't have even have to log in for accessing the PHET simulation. So you need to just click on any of the simulation titles. So what I'll do is one of the simulation which is related to my concept is, let's say I'll click on the construction circuit construction kit, and the moment I'm clicking here, you can see the simulation will appear, which comes out like this. This is the site. I need to click on it. It takes little time to load depending on our internet speed, and also the simulation takes time for loading. So the moment you can see now, there are two options. Intro, we can use this intro part in our lower classes, which is grade 5, grade 6, grade 7, and the lab part we can actually use it for our higher classes, grade 9, grade 10 also. So I have actually used it in my grade 10 classroom. So let me share how I have used it. We have a concept called as resistors connected in series and resistors connected in parallel, and it becomes very difficult for us teachers also to explain and convince student that how current remain constant in one situation and the potential difference remain constant in another situation. So let's try it out and let's observe, is it happening, and can the students also try it out in spite of not being in school lab or college lab, and at their home also. So what we can do is, on the left side, for lower classes they can just explore and do a basic circuit connection. For higher classes, let's say for grade 10, we have a combination of series and resistors. I'll just try to connect resistors in series, and let's see what happened when I'll connect resistors in series. I'm connecting it with the battery, and let's see. So I'm just doing a random connection here, and you can see the electrons have started moving. You can see there are multiple options. Even if you want in terms of a circuit symbol, we can have that. This is in terms of this actual how they look like, and this is the circuit symbol. So we can create multiple circuit and actually see whether it's working or not. So on the right side, you can see the direction of electrons, how the conventional direction of current is there, how electron moves, that also is there, and you can see the labelings can be removed also. The values are also available. Now this is very interesting. You can see 10 ohm, 10 ohm, and 9 volt. Now if I want to just check with a voltmeter, so you can see there's a voltmeter option available. I can just use voltmeter. I'll put it here across the two terminals of the battery, and you can see here. Okay, I'll go to the setup. It gives me a clear idea. So you can see the moment I'm checking here, I get a 9 volt value. Now let me check whether the potential difference is same or not across the resistors. So you can see resistors are connected in series, but the potential difference across first resistor is 4.5, and that across the second one is also, let's see, 4.5, which means the total potential difference is 9 volt, but the individual potential differences, because the resistors are of same value, is 4.5 and 4.5, which means V is equal to V1 plus V2. Now let's see about the current. Is current same? You can see current here is 4.45 ampere, and it's same. Yes, across the resistors it's same. So this helps us in understanding, this helps students also in understanding in a better manner that current remain constant in resistors connected in series. Now let's see what happens when they are in parallel. So I'll just remove it. The moment you want to separate the connection, you need to just click here and you'll be able to separate them. I'll just get another setup here and let's see if we could connect them in parallel. So I got the connections ready. I'll remove it from here. I'll just remove wire from here and you can see I have connected this wire to the other terminal of the battery, and my parallel resistor is parallel connection resistors parallel setup is ready. So I'll just see if I could connect all of them together. You can see I've done the connection, and yes, so now I can see that resistors are connected in parallel. It is forming something like 8. So let's see what is the potential difference here. The potential difference across the battery is, we can see 9 volt. Let's see across one of the resistor, it's still 9 ohm, and across the second resistor we can see it's still 9 volt. So when the resistors are connected in parallel, potential difference is coming constant. Now let's see what is the current. So current across the battery is 1.5 ampere, sorry, 1.8 ampere. Now let's see, is it same? No, this time you can see it's 0.9 ampere and it's 0.9 ampere at this end also. So this helps us in understanding that current is equally distributed here, and current is not constant when the resistors are connected in parallel, and it is constant when resistors are connected in series. So this simulation gives a clear idea to the student also in understanding two of the derivation, which is resistors, which are resistors connected in series and resistors connected in parallel. Now this is about electricity grade 10. Now what about light chapter? So you can see in the light also we have multiple option. Intro, you can use it for lower classes. We can actually use prism experiment, and I'll show you how it looks like. You can see the moment you click on prism experiment, you have option of laser here. I can have a prism. Usually it is very difficult if we are not in a city situation, and if the labs are not available, simulation will definitely help us. You can see I can just pass on the laser light and I can see the refraction happening initially, and if I change the color of light, then if I change the color from red to white, I'll get the dispersion as well. So you can see there are multiple options available. Even if we try it in our school lab, the difficulty of getting different color light is there, but here with the simulation we can try out different options. You can see multiple light rays going ahead. Now we can also try this white color. You can see the white color is being dispersed now, and from white color we can get the 7 color. Now usually it becomes very difficult for a student to understand that how from 7 color also we can get the white color back. So with this simulation we can actually try and show it to the student. So let's see if we are able to show it to the student or not. You can see this now. Yes, we have almost achieved the white color. You can see, so from white color we've got 7 color, and from 7 color we've got the white color back here, and this way students will be able to understand easily the concept of dispersion. You can also explain the concept of rainbow formation with the help of simulation, and there are multiple options. You just need to share the link with the student and let them try it out, let them explore. They will start enjoying this subject. This was about the simulation on PHET. If you were new about it, if you were not aware of it and you got to learn something new, do try it out, and don't forget to put your comments in the comment box. I am also sharing the link of the site PHET in the description box. That's it from my end. Thank you and have a great time. Bye bye.